Hi Josh, great to see you yesterday afternoon at the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on some parts we worked on. I'm just going to compare you to Justin Rose here, as he's been playing pretty good lately and a very good swing. So as you're set up, you tend to have the ball a little bit too far forward in your stance. So just keep an eye on that. You had a 6 iron here, and for me it should be just in front of the middle of the stance there with a 6. So work on that. And also, I know you said this left foot of yours used to sort of drag back a little bit. So he was a little bit too open, or it was the other way around, I can't quite remember, but just keep an eye on that for that feet line for me, Josh. First movement, we can see early on this club head is really tracking on the inside, so it's really coming along that blue line as I've just done. So as we get halfway back, there's sort of no set angle. The wrists are very wooden. Where if we look at Mr. Rose here, you can see he keeps the club head always in front of his body. Okay, so we're going through his, then it cuts through his hands and then straight away through his right shoulder. So you're going to see as he gets halfway back in the swing, his left arm's parallel to the ground, he's got a good set line there. So we draw a line on the club, it points between the golf ball and his feet. With yourself, we can see if we draw a line on yours, it's way above that. So we needed to get you to set the club a little bit steeper in the wrists. Easy way for doing that was, one, I put you on the wall, which I've just talked about with my last client. Put your bum against the wall and you try and miss the wall on the way back. Or two, being you're going to practice quite hard for me, is practicing in a mirror. So in a mirror or the patio windows or something like that, and as you swing the club halfway back so left arm's parallel to the ground, we want to get that club setting through that right shoulder or right forearm at worst. Okay, get to the top of your swing. Okay, looks pretty good, but even from this angle I can see that, remember, face on, you tend to tip your top half the wrong way. It's almost like a reverse pivot. So does that make sense? So when I gave you a ball, I asked you to throw it down the range, and the first thing you did was load up onto your right side, and your top half sort of leant backwards to throw it as far as you could. When with your golf swing, as you start winding up, your top half goes left. So in a mirror, we wanted to get that to load up for you. And that's really important for you, Josh, because even your good shots were coming out a little bit too low. Top of swing's fine. Coming down, really good movement coming down. Clear the hips early. You managed to get the club back through this right forearm. A little bit blurry there. If we look at Rose, as he gets to the top of his swing, similar to yours, maybe a little bit more in front. But as he starts to unwind, as you are, you can see you're both going to get pretty much in that same position. So he's a little bit steeper because he likes to hit a little fade. So your club line is a bit more on this position here, a little bit more underneath, and that's why you hit a draw, and that's why Justin hits a fade. But very, very good. You can see his lower half's been quite active. You can see a little bit of his left leg there, and we can see a little bit of your left leg as well. So through impact, very good. That's why you've been playing fantastic. But we need to start tidy up these lines for you, Josh. So really work on that set for me. Get that setting steeper, really important. Get that top half leaning to the right at the top of your swing. And from there, just hit down on the ball and crunch it. And that will make a big difference, especially dispersion. And I reckon we can definitely get you down to singles, no probs.